All right. Hello. Can y'all hear me okay? I think everything should be working now. My game capture's not showing. Love that. Come on. It should be. There we go. Okay. I think everything should be functional now. Sorry about that. There were some brief technical difficulties, but we should be fine now. We should be fine now. How are y'all doing today? All right. So I'm trying something new. I know that it's like the end of the month, but this is something I've been wanting to try for a while. So I'm taking a couple of short games, like short games and demos. So demos for games that I've been wanting to play on stream, and then some shorter games, stuff like game jam type stuff, which I think are really cool, but don't often get as much of an opportunity to get, don't often get as much publicity because they're made for game jams and stuff like that. So today we're starting off with Voir dire. This is a what's the term? Jury packing, I think it is. It's basically a game about choosing jury members to try and get the trial outcome you want. It's made by Daniel Mullins, who's the same guy who made Inscription and Pony Island and all that. Streamer Bear is back. Yes, I am. I'm still having technical difficulties beyond technical difficulties, so I'm back to a PNG for at least the next little while until I can get stuff fixed. But yeah. I don't have as much time as I normally do, so today's stream is going to be a little shorter. But yeah, I'm going to try and showcase some shorter games that I feel like deserve more publicity. So we're starting off with this one. Uh, yeah, so we're starting off with this one, and then I have a couple of others on my list that I want to try out. Peter O'Brien served as a lawyer in Ireland between 1891 and 1900. Due to his unique ability to win cases by packing the jury, he was known as Peter the Packer. This is his story. Pete, been drinking again? You look confused. You remember how to prosecute a case, right? Let me remind you. Defendant, Tammy the Pigeon. All right. This is a juror. Pete, you pay cash to issue a juror. You pay cash to issue a summons. Click the juror. You're a prosecutor, so your goal is always a guilty verdict. Let's do the first mock trial. Okay, go to trial. All right, so they vote guilty no matter what. That's got to be useful. All right. We earned some cash. Let's issue more jury summons. Okay, does it tell me how many guilty votes I need? This is round 2, so I'm assuming I need two guilty votes. These are all default innocent, but what I can do is you can rearrange your bench by dragging the jurors around. So after vote, make your left neighbor vote again. Oh, I only need one guilty vote. Okay, so... Oh, what I should have done is the twins and the pugilist. But I can do that next time around. Alright, I've got 2 guilty votes. Alright, so can drag jurors here to, the edges of this are just slightly cut off. I think it's more my monitor has a weird aspect ratio. Poor guy, what did he commit? Well, the defendant's a pigeon, so I'm assuming just pigeon crimes. Alright, pushover. Votes the same as the last neighbor. Alright, so that's what... Bot. Give me a second. I have to ban this bot real quick. Oh. Why won't it let me ban you? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Just had to fix that real quick. All right, so that should do the trick. I need 2 guilty votes. I have 3 right now. All right, and then they'll vote again, and yep, 3 guilty votes. Sweet. Watch Pony Island 2 come out, and yeah, watch Pony Island 2 come out, and there's some sort of ARG with this in Pony Island 2, because he's done it with past games. Daniel Mullins, the developer who made this, he has an ARG element in almost every one of his games. And in at least the past 2, in the Hex, or in the past 2 mainline games, I'm not counting Game Jam games or anything like that. In the past 2 mainline games, he's had ARGs that connect to other like Game Jam and smaller games. Oh yeah, he also made Pony Island. But yeah, he's had ARG elements in that relate to Game Jam games of his in both Inscription and in the Hex. So watch Pony Island 2 come out, and there's an ARG somehow related to this. There is an Inscription reference with the twins are an Inscription reference to the mycologists, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're somehow plot relevant. 3 guilty votes to go to trial. I've got 4. I like how the sheriff just straight up threatens the guy to make him vote twice. Alright, I need final trial, 4 guilty votes. I've got 4 guilty votes. I don't even need to buy any more jurors. Alright. That wasn't so bad. Oh! I wasn't expecting that to... Rest in peace, Tammy the pigeon. You will be missed. Nice work, Pete. You won a case against a pigeon. Pigeon has a D in it? I thought it was just Pigeon. I don't think... Does pigeon have a D in it? Is that just like a... like a different regional spelling? Or can I just not spell? I wouldn't be surprised if it's just that I can't spell. Nice work, Pete. You won a case against a pigeon. Now, how about a real challenge? Remember the guy who did Abraham Lincoln? Oh, well, that's an escalation. He got out on parole and then reoffended. Guy's dangerous. He can kill your jurors. Scared? You have no choice, Pete. I have those photographs. Oh, we're getting blackmailed. Lovely. Now go and get a conviction. I mean, I'll try. Defendant is John Wilkes Booth. Love that. That's certainly an escalation from a frickin' pigeon. Alright, I need a guilty vote. I don't have any way to get a guilty vote from these guys. That'll work. 1 in 2 chance of dying, but... assuming that he does actually kill my jurors, she's probably gonna die anyways, so... Alright, so I need 2 guilty votes. I guess... these 2. I need you on the right. That'll work. Watch me just get horrible RNG and not be able to win because of it. Like, I can strategize, but I have genuinely awful luck when it comes to RNG. Please don't kill my dude. Please don't kill my dude. Ah, he's gonna kill my dude. Damn it. And now I'm broke again. I need 3 guilty votes. I don't have enough money for 3 guilty votes. It's fine. I can get 2 guilty votes. I can't even get 2 guilty votes. I can only get 1 guilty vote with the money I have. Which, love that. Okay, so I'm gonna go... this one. I don't even have any money. Well, I'm done for. Figures. Oh, you can move them around while the trial is... Can you move them around while they're voting? No, you have to move them around before they vote. Hi, Arisu. Oh, you don't lose if it's pre-trial. Oh, sweet. Okay, I can do that. I can go you and you. So you will vote the opposite of the left neighbor, and then you'll vote twice. Damn it, that's not gonna work. That is really not gonna work. Okay, so you vote. That'll get a guilty vote from you. Change vote of left neighbor to guilty. So you'll vote innocent. That'll change you to guilty. So that's 1 guilty vote. You vote the opposite of the left neighbor. All I've got is... I've only got 3 guilty votes, but hopefully since it's pre-trial, I'll be fine.
Vincent?
Well. Final trial. Okay, I need to get my shit together. Oh, sweet, okay. They killed the one I wanted them to kill. When summoned, turned into a copy of the leftmost juror. Okay, so... That won't work. I need someone over there. Okay, so if I get a... So I get a guilty vote from you, I get 2 from you. I can get 1 from you, but then I'll only have... Or I can risk a new lineup. I don't think I'm gonna win this. I think I can... So I've got you. Default guilty. And now I've only got 1. But if I sell my contrarian... Okay, so... That'll give me 3 guilty votes. Damn it. Okay, what if I sell my contrarian? That also won't work. That'll give me 4 votes. Damn it, I'm not gonna win this.
Vincent?
Rev. Okay, let's try this again. This time I know I don't need to win the pre-trial, so I can focus on getting enough guilty votes for my... Getting enough guilty votes for the final trial. I'm not going to spend money on the octogenarian. Out of money, damn it. That's fine. I think he only does it every other... I think he only kills someone every other trial. So I don't want to buy anyone really expensive too early. I'm gonna want to save my money if I can. Pushover is easy to work with. Alright, he's gonna kill one of these 2, which is fine. I can work with that. Wait, the crosshair's the same. I wonder if this means that, like... if he's the one assassinating the jurors, I wonder if that means that he's the one who assassinated Tammy the pigeon too, and that's how he reoffended. The twins are really useful. And then it's the guilty default. That'll work for now. I don't have the 3 guilty votes I need, but it's fine because I don't lose the pre-trials, I just lose the final trial. And if I can manage to change his vote to guilty, that's 2 free guilty votes. Votes opposite to the current majority. So you vote right to left. So if I put you here, you'll be... Okay, so you'll vote innocent twice, you'll vote guilty once. You'll vote guilty twice, or you'll vote guilty once because of the current majority. You'll vote guilty, that's 3 votes, I need 4. There we go. And then that should make for a current majority 4 guilty votes. And then I'll need someone who can change... I still need to look for someone who can change the twins' vote.
Guilty.
Alright, I need 5 guilty votes. Please kill one of these guys. Please kill one of these guys. Nope, he kills the twins. Does he always kill the leftmost? Okay, so I need to... I'm gonna sell you. So that's 3 guilty votes. I need 2 more. I've got 6. I can just... All jurors to the left reverse their vote. Alright, so if I put you here... That's annoying as hell. Alright. That's 4 votes. I need 1 more guilty vote. Okay, so I'm actually gonna sell you and go you. Alright, and that should be... that's 5 votes. Yep. Sweet. There we go.
Guilty.
That wasn't so bad once I got the whole pre-trial thing figured out. Bye, I guess. I'm impressed, Pete. That guy was no joke. But if you thought that was hard, I have bad news. Your next case is against a real sick fellow. Drove a steamboat into a crowded pier. Killed several, injured hundreds. Damn. Remember, I've got dirt on you. And there's no running. Anyway, this guy is so well connected that he picks his own jurors. You can't sell him either. Good luck. Oh, that's awful. I forgot that Steamboat Willie's in the public domain now.
Innocent.
That's fine, I don't need to win the mock trial, I just need to win the final. Which probably makes this game a hell of a lot easier if you needed to... Horse thinks Mickey is innocent and can't be sold. Okay, I need to refresh this. Alright, that should give me three guilty votes. I can work with that. I think the trick to this is going to be to pack the bench so he can't get... Although that dictator's going to be powerful.
Guilty.
Because I can just put all the horses to the left of him and then... That should do the trick. I'm lucky getting that this early on. That's gonna make this level work real well.
Guilty.
And there we go. I don't even need to buy anyone. I can just... Y'all think I've got enough guilty votes? I think I might quite possibly have enough guilty votes.
Guilty.
Guilty. 5 votes. Yeah, that one is not a problem. Although I can't believe it's freaking Mickey Mouse. Well, I suppose technically he's Steamboat Willie because Steamboat Willie as the cartoon is public domain. Mickey Mouse the character as he currently is included in Disney's branding is not technically public domain. Then again, I don't want to mess with Disney's copyright lawyers, so hate to be the bearer of bad news, Pete. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. But the authorities, they're onto you. Packing juries is illegal, Pete. This time you'll be defending yourself. For once you don't want to prove guilt. I pray to God they find you innocent, Pete. Goodbye. Damn. Okay. I should be able to find myself innocent. Well... Here we go.
Vincent,
That's 3 votes right there. I wonder what the misanthrope defaults to, if there is no majority.
Vincent,
Either way, I'm not too worried. All right, so there's my 4 innocent, or that's actually 5 innocent votes, because you'll vote twice and you'll vote twice.
Vincent,
All right. Same thing. I wonder what they default to if there's no one on their left, like the contrarian and the others. Do they default to innocent or do they default to guilty?
Vincent,
All right, final trial. How many votes do I need? Oh, sweet. I can work with that. And that should get me more than enough votes. Oh yeah, that's plenty of votes.
Vincent,
It's kind of funny, after going on about how bad my RNG is, I get great RNG on that. I think we've reached the... I think that's supposed to say the end of the tale. But before we part ways for good, don't you want to know who I am? Kinda. Why I put you onto these cases? Well, Booth and Mickey deserved what they got. That was justice. But Tammy the Pigeon? Pete, we both have reputations to uphold. I burned the photographs. Tammy's gone. And now your secret lies only in our memories. What did we do to poor Tammy the Pigeon? Thanks for playing. Oh, and the game crashed. Okay. Well, I guess that's certainly a way to end things. Something tells me there's definitely going to be some reference to that in Daniel Mullins' next full game. Not to say that that isn't a full game, but next non-game jam game. When he has the time and the energy to make the probably ridiculously complex ARG that I know is going to be in Pony Island 2. Although I am really excited for when that comes out. Alright, I've got a couple of options for what I can play next. I've got quite a few demos. Alright, so there's a couple of... Let's see, where were we? I can do, Helltaker is another shorter game. I played it, years ago when it came out. I think like I want to say 2016, maybe? Ah. 2020. So I massively overestimated how old it is. But either way, Helltaker is another cool little shorter game about solving puzzles to recruit a harem of demon girls, which is surprisingly wholesome for the premise. I have the Mermaid Mask and the Posthumous Investigation, both of which are, I think, point-and-click style mystery games. And then I've got the demo, or technically it's the prologue, not the demo, for Not for Broadcast, which is, I think, a couple years old now, and is like a TV broadcaster game that explores like the implications of mass media and stuff. I think I'm gonna start with probably Posthumous Investigation, because this is one I've really wanted to play for a while. Let me switch to my Be Right Back screen while wait, no, I can't even switch to my Be Right Back screen. I just have to get everything set up here. Sorry. Posthumous Investigation. This is a longer game, so I'm just going to be playing the demo at the moment. Where is my... Here we go. Oh, that is my OBS. Why are you showing my OBS? Stop it. Posthumous Investigation. Why are you not working? Come on, man. Work with me here, please. Does that work? Are we functional? We are functional! Yay! Let me shrink my window a little bit so it fits in my game capture. It might be the tiniest bit cut off because my aspect ratio on my computer screen is weird. But yeah, let's try this one out. Alright, investigate, create new file. Yeah, like I said, this is just the demo. So we won't be seeing the, to the worm that first gnawed at the cold flesh of my cadaver, I dedicate as a fond remembrance these posthumous memoirs. Well, that's a cool quote. Rio de Janeiro. I'm still hesitating whether I should start this investigation from the beginning or the end. That is, whether I would put first your investigation or my death. I believe there is an intersection between the two moments. Just as there is a point between life and death, so here we are. I won't expose all the facts, as your participation would be that of a mere spectator. And we don't want that, do we? Cool. The pathways that led to my fateful destination touch on busy and well-attended streets. I love this art style. As well as dirty places that scare away visitors, literally. And the artifacting on the camera, or the artifacting on the visual is very film noir, which I guess is probably intentional. Where the last traces of my passage through the world of the living are. It is of utmost importance to enter the location and collect thorough evidence. But first, we need to wake up the detective. I mean, you. Okay. Asleep at his desk. What a mood. Ouch. What was that? I could swear I had heard a voice. The lack of work is driving me insane. I can't remember the last time I got a new contract. This involuntary free time is doing no good to my brain cells. Anyway, it's no use standing here still. Better check the mail. Hopefully a new contract is just waiting for me in that pile. But no need to hurry, detective. My head is still spinning round, and in my business, exaggerated optimism is a flaw. Let's go slowly but surely, one step at a time. Alright, so arrow keys, space to interact, or mouse button to interact. Look at that. The street is bustling. That's unusual. What the hell is going on out there? Alright. This looks wrong. That's much better. The literal tilted picture of the scales. If that's not a metaphor, I don't know what is. Mail. Bills, taxes, tickets. What about this different one? Who else do I need to pay? Hey, a letter. An actual letter. But why would anybody write me? Dear Mr. Detective, if you've received this letter, it's because I'm dead. Your participation in this story is essential to solve this mystery. Go to the scene of my death and find out who could be the author of this assault on my life. Don't worry, we both know there won't be any other job coming up for you today. Ouch. He could be a little bit nicer about it. So consider yourself hired. Yours sincerely, Bras Cubas? I don't speak any Portuguese, so I'm probably butchering the names and or any other Portuguese words in this. But I mean, I'll try. I think Portuguese pronunciation is largely very similar to Spanish pronunciation. But I'm not entirely sure because again, I don't speak any Portuguese. So he's my new employer, I guess. One of the city's biggest magnates needs my services. Investigating the private, degenerate lives of Rio de Janeiro's high society. Sounds fun, but wait, he's saying here that he's dead. Intriguing. So maybe we could call this a posthumous letter. That is great. If my employer's dead, at least I won't have a boss bothering me all the time. I'll carry out the investigation however I want to. Life is good. Okay, no more time to waste. I need to find out where he died and start the investigation. Alright. I need to check my dossier before leaving. I think it's pronounced dossier. I've only ever read the word. I've never actually heard it said. The suspects in this story will be registered here. The silhouettes will be unveiled when their faces are known. This is a bullet point. New information about characters, items, or clues will be marked with an exclamation point. Alright. All discovered clues will be recorded here. Only certain suspects will have something relevant to say about each clue. Find them all out. Okay, so seems like a class of detective type game. I've read the letter already. Let's see. Suspects. Aside from being the newest victim of this town, he is the author of a strange letter sent to my office. I remember vaguely seeing his name in the headlines of many newspapers. No items, one clue, one suspect. Okay. You can do it, detective. Some fresh air should be good for your troubled mind. Extra, extra! Big wig found dead in alley. Get today's issue right here. Move. No crowds. This area is off limits. Nothing for you to see here, you vultures. We've already taken the ham away. Oh God, why? So much sadness. How will I ever get over this pain? Overdramatic much? Well, well, so that letter was telling the truth. Let's take a closer look. I need to get into that alley to find clues. Shift to run. Why do I need to run? Trash can. This can is overflowing with garbage. Nothing important, however. One man's trash is another man's treasure. My foot! 9 hours. So am I on, an actual time limit, or does it have to do with the amount of interactions I've had in-game? I should probably go to the alley first. Okay, so I seem to be on an actual time limit, not based in in-game interactions. Hello, boss. How are ya? As always, living one day at a time, I think. That's the confidence I expect from a detective. Do I know you? How do you know I'm a detective? To be wearing an overcoat in this heat, it's one of two things. One, you just escaped from the greenhouse. Or two, you need something to prove you're a real detective. I don't know what the greenhouse is, but I suppose we'll find out. But honestly, you got me now. I don't have time for this right now. I need to check what's going on in the alley first. Okay. Will do. So I'm gonna talk to this woman first. Oh God, why? Hey, who are you? Are you from the press? Hello, sorry for bothering you. Are you alright, miss? Dear God, what a sad day. Can't you see the tears in my eyes? Tears? Where? Anyway, I hope you get better. Thank you for the miss. I feel like she should have, like, a really stereotypical, like, dame in an old detective movie voice. Though I can't really do a transatlantic accent, so I don't quite know how well I can pull it off, but... Thank you for the miss, but I'm a missus. Why? No. That is not what I was intending to do. Why did I... I apologize for the truly horrible attempt at an accent. Thank you for the miss, but I'm a missus. You should know that. What kind of reporter are you? But I'm not... Thank God you finally arrived. Why did it take you this long? You're writing a notice about the deceased man, right? Yes, Bras Cubas, but I'm a Oh, the famous Bras Cubas. It's a shame that fame doesn't grant longevity to good men. Ross should have listened to my advice. Advice? Why don't we stop talking about Ross? How about Sabina Cubas, his sister? Do not mistype my name, please. What kind of reporter can't recognize the high society of Rio de Janeiro? So this is the victim's sister. She seems obsessed with fame, huh? And I hope I'm the cover story of your next issue, otherwise I'll tell your editor how unqualified you are for your job. Okay, whatever. Let me ask you some questions then. What can I do if society begs for my words? Ask whatever you want. have a few questions about the victim. What do you want to know? Were you and your brother very close? It is, for the newspaper story. We were as close as life has allowed us to be. Family is a divine gift. As the Lord gives, the Lord takes when he judges necessary. And how was your relationship? It was excellent. We shared everything. The name, secrets, possessions. For the Cuvas, family always comes first. In your opinion, Miss Cuvas, do you think this tragedy could be a murder story? And if so, what name and reason come to your mind? Accusing with no proof is a sin that could turn against me. However, my family name has always been highly praised in this town, even with Bros maculating it? Why did I read that as matriculating? Even with Bros maculating it at every turn. And there are opportunists always ready to do whatever it takes to get what they want. But as I said, I don't have any proof and shall not bear false witness, as our Lord commands. But enough of this talk. You must have a lot of good stories to tell, Miss Cuvas. What, me? I am just a simple daughter of our Lord Almighty. What exactly do you want to know? Could you tell me a bit more about yourself for the newspaper cover story? Very well. Prepare your pen and paper. Sabina Cuvas, an elegant lady with refined taste. A family woman and a worshipper of God. A natural-born Cuvas. That implies that someone else in the family is not natural-born. Highlight the elegant part, please. Actually, remove that part. I want to give off a humble image to the people. What if you write about my teary, sad eyes, mourning the loss of my dear brother? I could, but I don't see any tears, Miss Cuvas. Oh, right. My appearance may not reflect it, but I am super sad inside. This morning, I received a letter signed by Bros himself, Miss Sabina. How is it possible? Does this make any sense to you? Well, being a step ahead of everyone is Bros's trademark. That cunning, my dear brother, always had an ulterior motive. Was Bros saying goodbye? Did he know he was about to die? You found a statement. These are special claims that help incriminate another suspect. The more clues and statements you collect, the more guilty the suspect will appear. And if he knew, it baffles me that of all places he chose to draw his last breath in a dirty alley. Such a decadent picture. Very well, I have another question. Where were you at the time of the crime? And why do you want to know? Being curious is part of my job, and I believe my audience would ask these same questions. Don't you agree that everyone in this city should know what the notable Miss Cuvas is thinking? Well, when you put it that way, these poor souls could learn a thing or two from a lady of high society. I was at the midnight mass, asking God to forgive all these sinners around me. Praise our Lord. Were you alone? That's a bit late for a lady like yourself to be walking around alone. Father Cabral can confirm my presence there. You may ask him if you want. What's the way to the church? It's just that I haven't been there in a long time. And it shows. It's in the eastern border of the city. Hurry up. Perhaps you can still save your troubled soul. Your contribution to this case, newspaper, is very important. Of course it is. I'd figure that to be a detective, you would want to be more socially skilled. Because, I'm not a detective myself, but I would assume much of detective work has to do with working with witnesses and witness statements, and I figure it's much easier to get what you want to hear out of a witness if you have some form of social skill. I'm not holding any items at the moment. Okay. I believe I have everything I need. Just... oh. Okay, so this is a clock. It's not a time limit. Well, I mean, a clock is in and of itself a time limit, but... Statements? Okay. No statements about her, but I do have a new bullet point for her. This is the scene of a crime, boy. Let's get moving. Nothing to see here. Hey, Officer, Ganbei, come on. This is not how we do things. You'll have to at least find out what he wants. Can we help you with something, citizen? Is this where the murder happened? This is a matter for the police, gentlemen. Why do you think we would tell you? Maybe I could help? Ha, as if. How did you find him? Did anyone report it? It was an anonymous complaint. Someone called the police station and said they'd found a body in this alley. As far as we know, the call happened around 5 a.m. Sergeant, why are you telling him all this? As far as we know, he could be the culprit. Criminals always return to the crime scene. This guy? Trust my experience, Ganbei. It wasn't him. Again, I apologize if I'm totally butchering the names. Thank you, Sergeant. He's so beat up, I doubt he'd have the ability. Alright, I have got to go grab some water real quick. But I will be right back in just a second. Alright, I'm back. Hey, Kenny. Stream is still going on. I just had to go grab some water real quick. Let me get my game capture working again. There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, back to the game. Look who's back. Spill it, kid. Can I take a look? What do you think we are? Some kind of public servant that has to attend to the needs of anyone that needs us, regardless of who it is? I mean, you are cops. Looks like a very accurate description of the police. You need to be police to go through this line here. See this badge on my chest? It wasn't easy to get. It keeps falling off. Have you been here for a long time? Since early. Since way early. Mood, I was up too early today, too. A police officer must always be vigilant, always ready. And what did you find when you arrived? Oh, you wish I'd tell you that. This is classified information. Same as always, that you always find in every alley. In the case of this one, you'll find some drug packages thanks to this pharmacy over here. Its door leads straight here. Sergeant, that is classified information. That the alley has garbage and that the buildings around it have doors leading to it? This is just as classified as the stories people tell Father Cabral in the church. Very funny, Sergeant. Have you ever thought about becoming a comedian? Unfortunately, Midnight Club always refuses my stand-ups. Oh. Now, boy, come here. Don't let my friend Ganve know that I told you this. But you're obviously interested in the alley. I've been here for a long time, and my belly's rumbling. How about we help each other out? Go to Helena's Cafe and bring me a nice cheese bread, and I'll consider your situation. I can try. That's the spirit. I'm leaving. Okay. So let's go over this way. Cafe's here somewhere. Chief's office. Helena's Cafe. There we are. Welcome to Helena's Cafe, sir. What will you order? Cheese bread. How will you pay, sir? I am investigating the death of Bras Cubas. Put it on his tab and I'll settle it tomorrow. Right. Here it is, on Mr. Cubas's tab. Alright, looks good. Cheese bread. All discovered items will be recorded here. Unlike clues, you will lose the items at the end of the day. Crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. This cheese bread is a staple at Helena's Cafe. A single bite and even the most hard-boiled politician turns into a soft little cat. Oh, that's kind of cute, actually. Nothing else to do in the cafe. The running animation's kind of stupid looking, I love it. Look who's back. Alright, show item. Cheese bread. Look what I got, officers. Does anyone fancy some cheese bread? Wow, but of course. That's exactly what I needed. Ah, very good. Hey, where's mine? Don't be rude, officer. Kid, look. You seem to have some interest in the crime scene. Very suspicious. But let's pretend that this behavior is not suspicious. One hand washes the other. You have 1 hour to check the alley, you hear me? We'll look the other way. But after that, get moving. Ah yes, the classic detective move, bribing the police. Are you sure, Sergeant? Stay in your lane, officer. I know what I'm doing. And this cheese bread is so good it saved my day. I mean, it was the infamous crime scene. Not the most glorious place to gasp for your last breath, I must say. Okay, so I gotta hurry. I only have an hour. Just a few posters, a past show from an old singer, a workers' strike. I wish the private detectives were as organized. We're good at finding clues, but terrible at finding a middle ground to work together. Who knows, maybe I should join these workers. Someone should clean this place. There are 5th-generation rats here that could eat a horse. Damn, that's a big rat. That's embarrassing. I think I'm interrupting something. Look at how they fight each other. Rat, fight, rat, fight. Well, other than that, just boxes and more boxes of low-quality medicine. Nothing of much value. Small package. It's a matchbox with a drawing of a moon printed on it. 157. Okay. That sounds important. Maybe it's a code or something. Where did this come from? Was it in the victim's hand when he fell? So this is the spot where the victim was found. It's hard to say if he was laying on his back or on his tummy. They should have drawn some eyes to make it easier for us. My guess is on the back. It's pretty hard to get your legs like that if you're laying on your stomach. I think this is the pharmacy's back door. Gotta check out everything else here first. You can see the mouse died foaming through its mouth. Seems to be holding a bottle of, something. Is it a plaster? Not just any plaster, it's the Bras Cubas plaster? I didn't know that, besides being a socialite, Rio's tycoon was also an amateur pharmacist. But not a qualified one, if you ask that rat. Bartender, whatever this poor animal's taken, I won't have the same. Just a few empty garbage cans. Hey, hold on, what is that? I'm quite sure this shouldn't be in here. Does it belong to the criminal or to the victim? It could be anyone's. I'd better start asking around. Okay, and then I guess the only place left to go is the pharmacy. I think this is the pharmacy's back door. The door's unlocked, so I'm coming in. Wait, what is this here on the floor? Looks sort of like some sort of handkerchief, and it's stained with something. N.A. Or A.N. I don't know how monograms work. Looks like blood. Yes, it's definitely blood. I wonder if the victim had this handkerchief. Or did it come from the pharmacy? Anyway, I'll go in. What are you doing here? Get out now or else I'll take action, young man. Oh, forgive me, I'm already leaving. Okay, so I can't enter the pharmacy through the back door. I think that's everything else there is to see in the alley. So I guess I better start asking around. I hope you enjoyed it, huh? Now don't let me see your face around here again. Okay, so I got clues and items. A handkerchief with N.A. initials. A scarf soaked in blood bearing initials. Like a serial killer who leaves their mark after making their victims. Sounds exciting. That is generally not how that works, but okay. An empty ampoule containing a label written Bras Cubas plaster and nothing more. Could be mistaken for an ordinary drug, weren't it for the circumstances in which I found it. A checkmark in the annotation means it has already been resolved. So that's the letter. And then, the matchbox. Right, and then I can go to items, an unknown key. Alright. I guess it's about my time to go explore more stuff. Pharmacy. Little old guy who just threatened me. Excuse me, sir. I need some information. About what medicine, young man? Let me guess. No, actually... Judging by those dark circles around your eyes, I bet you haven't been sleeping well lately. My sleep is not the problem here, although I can't even remember the last time I slept properly. Whoa, so you have a serious memory problem. I have just the right stuff for you. What? Oh, you didn't come here for medicine, did you? What are you doing here? I am investigating the death of the illustrious Mr. Bras Cubas. Cubas? Cubas? Again, I don't know how to say most of these names. Illustrious. Okay, right. Did you know him? He was found in the alley here next to your pharmacy. This makes you an obvious person of interest in my investigation. Huh, only by sight. A good vision and unfailing hearing are a pharmacist's blessing, as they say. Right, let's proceed then. Your name, please. Ah, Crispin Soares, at your disposal. That's a name, all right. Having a pharmacist whose last name is Soares is like... I feel like that's like a pun name that I'm missing out on somehow. Although I might be pronouncing it completely wrong. At my disposal, let's find out. With your unfailing hearing, you must have heard something strange the night before. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that. I was at my cousin's, so... Were you? Oh, yes, sure. I even brought her some chocolate eclairs from Helena's Cafe. Our favorite. All right, let's get to the heart of the matter, shall we? Mr. Crispin, what could you tell me about Bras Cubas? About Bras Cubas? Well, my boy, nothing new that you don't already know or can't read in any newspaper. My humble business attracts many personalities from Rio de Janeiro indeed, but Mr. Cubas, I've only ever heard about him. So he's never visited this modest pharmacy. And where else did he purchase medicine in the city?
Huh?
Medicine? An upper-class man like Mr. Cubas would probably send a boy to do those kind of mundane tasks for him. Believe me when I say I don't know anything about him. Mr. Crispin, has your establishment been open for a long time? Oh, yes, my boy. I've dedicated more than half of my life to this business. I know my youthful appearance may suggest otherwise, but it's been decades already. People always come here, complain about their pains, and I hear everything, curiously and patiently. With the sole purpose of finding a remedy to everyone's afflictions, of course. Yes, I notice that you are a very talkative person. I speak to everyone and everything. I even talk to my safe. Such a dedication to your business must take a lot of your time. You spend most of your time here, right? Absolutely. This place is my life, and I'm always around here. Interesting. So you must have seen something last night, heard anything. After all, we have a crime scene right next to your beloved pharmacy. I know nothing about that, young man. I had an appointment last night, and wasn't at the pharmacy. But didn't you just tell me you're always around here? Andy just told me he was at his cousin's. Yes, I did, but I also have other personal commitments, and unforeseen circumstances may require my presence elsewhere. Please, can we change the subject? What could you tell me about Miss Cubas? Sabina? Oh, she's just a snobbish woman with an important name, doing a terrible job at hiding how vain she is. Damn. He did not pull his punches. I'm patiently waiting for the day when modern science will create a cure for vanity, so I can write her a prescription with my own hands. Whoa, don't let me interrupt you. Please go on. Well, what else do I know? I'm not one to be bad-mouthing people behind their backs for no reason. Sabina is the one with the pitiful habit of watching and commenting on other people's lives, and then pretends to be a saint in public. She can't fool me. Alright, let's try clues. I bet you must be one of the most well-informed people in town, given your profession. Definitely. Why do you ask? Could you recognize a delicate handkerchief with family crest and initials embroidered in red linen? But of course not, my boy. As if specially, this handkerchief is in such a terrible condition. This looks like something that is lost or stolen, I'm sure. Such a fine piece would never have been abandoned by its owner. Mr. Crispin, I hear you are an experienced pharmacist, well versed in all kinds of medical compounds.
Huh?
Not to brag, young man, but when it comes to medicine, my knowledge is vast. Excellent, because I would like to hear your professional opinion about something. What could you tell me about the Bros Cubos plaster? What? But how do you know about the plaster? I mean, where did you hear about it? There was a bottle of that plaster in the alley beside your pharmacy. Do you know about the plaster? I wouldn't know any specific information about that. Oh, he's totally lying. He's trying to save his own skin. I can just tell you what any serious pharmacist would. That plaster is not listed as a licensed medicine. But as I said, young man, that's what any minimally serious pharmacist would tell you. Of course not, my boy. How could I talk about something that I don't know? That would be very irresponsible of me. It's dangerous.
Hmm?
The chemistry of medical substances is a complex science. Trying to guess how that plaster works would be quite reckless. Oh, he's totally lying, but a letter was delivered at my doorstep this morning from Bros Cubas. Do you have anything to say about this? Well, he himself has left you a letter, huh? Are you sure that's from him? I want to believe it is. As a pharmacist, we learn to always question documents from dubious sources, even those that look super authentic. Every single day, some poor soul comes to me with a counterfeit formula, looking for something to calm his disturbances. Or to disturb his calmness. A matchbox was found in the alley next to your pharmacy, Mr. Crispin. A matchbox? How dangerous. Many of the substances in my establishment are highly flammable. We need to do something now. I can't really imitate a stutter without, going way overboard, I don't think. No need to worry, Mr. Crispin. It's unlikely that something of this nature will happen. There's a drawing of a moon on that box, and someone wrote a number on it. Any ideas what this could mean? People like these use boxes to write down something they don't want to forget. Could be the ramblings of a madman, or a super important number. Who knows? How much y'all want to bet it's the code to his safe? That'll be all, Mr. Crispin. Thank you for your time. Safe travels, Detective. Alright. So apparently his fondness for chocolate eclairs is important. Boy, I need to go out for a moment. Come back another time, if it's not a bother? Sure. Look who's back. Spill it, kid. I can't get back into the alley. Damn it. What if I follow him? He looks suspicious. I've got to keep a good distance, I think. This dazed young man has a familiar likeness. No way, I need to throw this out right away. Oops, oh, someone will clean this up. Okay, I'm gonna try and get into the pharmacy while he's gone and see if I can get into the safe. Locked, damn it. People have an annoying habit of locking doors. But I can probably get in the back door. Now that the police are gone. There we go. Alright, so now I can check his safe. An impressive collection of herbs and ingredients. Several ingredients here, but I need to find a recipe. Old portrait. And a safe. Is it just me, or is this safe trying to tell me something? And I'm not even drinking! Imagine if I were. So I can't get into the safe, I don't think. Not yet. Crispum. Alright, and then... No, I want to look at my items. I don't want to look at the safe. So tab to look at my items. What does this key open? Okay. So I can't do anything with the safe right now. I'm gonna get out of here and go check on what he threw away. Crispum has thrown something here. It looked like some crumbled paper. Must be here somewhere. Let's see. Found it. Oh, that's a recipe. So now if I can get back into the pharmacy, or did I manage to clues? Yes. So if I go back to the pharmacy, I can sneak in the back. This is a much longer demo than I expected it to be. I think I am probably going to have to find some time to play the full game. So I need aloe. I need, that looks like camphor. Laudanum. And rhubarb. Yeah, rhubarb. Whoa. What is that noise coming out of the safe? We love drugging ourselves so we can talk to a safe. Seriously. I'm not quite sure I trust this detective. Hey, why are you staring, safe? Do you want me to feel guilty for breaking in? Don't you feel guilty? Yikes, you speak. I shouldn't have drunk that thing. No, you shouldn't have broken into my domain either. I feel like all the capital letters give me like a very staccato feeling to it. Are you my conscience? Am I dreaming? Maybe you are. Maybe not. I am your creation, just as you were once the creation of someone else. Someone else's creation. What is... I don't feel so good. Please, give me some answers before I pass out. How about Crispum's secrets inside you? Or you'd rather keep me confused with your philosophical babble? My answers are the easiest to get, but not the most important ones you need. Try to find answers where they do not exist. Question certainty. There are way more secrets to be unraveled in this thread. Now take note of this document, then go your own way. A document that a safe gave me, along with a sermon, naturally. 2nd District, Rio de Janeiro, December 17th, 1936. The parties represented by Bros Cuvas and Crispum Soares are in common agreement for the dissolution of their corporate relations related to the Plaster Bros Cuvas brand, as well as its commercialization and future earnings. Thank you. Good luck. Safe. It's gone, and now my sleep is heavier than ever. What on earth is this recipe? I think Crispum won't mind if I lean here just a little bit. Oh, we're gonna get caught. And he dropped the key. Lovely. Finally, you reach the part of the game that matters. I was eager to know how long it would take before your first time. Such a befuddled expression. You must be wondering who I am, aren't you? In case you haven't figured it out yet, I am Bros Cuvas. Yes, the victim.
Ta-ta!
Also, the author of the letter you received this morning, and therefore your current contractor. The letter sender, in the flesh. Actually, I wouldn't call it flesh. I won't judge your deduction skills from this slip. I'm aware the situation is rather unusual. Let's get straight to it. Welcome to Limbo.
Huh?
But what is Limbo, you must be wondering? A lot of things. The beginning and the end of your journey, a sense of information, direction, answers, I say this because everything that happens here is, in more than one way, the result of my design. So he planned. Well, he didn't plan his own death, as it used to be out there until they reduced me to an obituary ahead of time. Well, he didn't plan his own death, but he planned for his own death.
Ta-ta.
But this won't be a problem. With your insistence and my cunning, we will analyze your findings to solve the ultimate mystery. The mystery of my death. If this is sounding complicated to you, don't tremble. You'll have plenty of time. One day.
Huh?
What? Too little? You may think that way in the beginning. One day may not seem like much to such an appalling mystery. But fret not. You will have this one day as many times as you like. Oh, that's cool. We'll have many attempts to fill in the gaps missing from
Ta-ta.
the final narrative. Well, you must be feeling honored to help me get to the end of this charade. So how about we check on your performance today, Detective? What have you got for me? Every Brazilian neighborhood worth a penny has a church. Did you ever visit ours? I did not. If you don't want to repeat the same day several times, this option is not in our schedule. Don't waste time considering it. Who would want to waste the chance to be able to work directly for the brilliant Bras Cubas?
Ta-ta.
Besides, you'll be able to find out and expose the dirt on all the cocky scoundrels in Rio de Janeiro. Who wouldn't want something like that? Halt, before you leave, show me what you have discovered in your investigation. All right. Investigation board, there we go. Look at that. Do I see something new in your dossier? You found a statement. That is precisely the thing we need for this investigation. Well done. These short comments are mere Freudian slips, subtle and unconscious attempts of the interrogated to escape from under the spotlight and pointed at someone else. And these specific comments are what we'll use to build the case against potential suspects. Did you just say genius? I'm sure you did, because it is. Eventually, you might even get someone to actually confess. Wouldn't it be amazing? Especially considering that, forget it. Find these statements, rip them out of these scoundrels like rotten teeth, as many as you can. Well, that's violent. And bring them to me. This is all I need from you. And now that we have something to work with, we shall begin. Let's see what you've brought me. Well, Detective, tell me. Have you uncovered something new in your investigation? You mean to tell me you spoke to Sabina? Is that it? Very good. I wonder what my dear little sister would have to contribute, besides that farce she calls mourning. Let's hear what she told you that you consider so worthy of my attention. I assume that by saying goodbye, she is referring to that letter I sent you, right? Yes, it's true. It can be read as a goodbye. Hard to write a letter with this kind of content without it seeming like some kind of farewell. In any case, Detective, you weren't supposed to have mentioned that letter. That was just a contract between the two of us. Of course, others won't understand. And we'll reach outrageous conclusions based on it. Disregard this theory that I was saying goodbye. It was not premeditated, believe me. At last, focus on what is relevant, Detective. Okay, well, I guess it's time to go. Come on, Detective, chin up. I've always believed in your potential, even if I don't always show it. All right. Limbo. The same day. This is crazy, even for a dream. I need to get this straight. I can't just leave it like this. Stopping to see the painting may honestly be a bit of a waste of time, but... Okay, so there's... Nothing new there. connections. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I keep clues that I find. I don't keep items that I find. Noted. Alright, actually, what time is it? Extra, extra, Bigwig found dead in alley. Get today's issue right here. I probably don't have time to finish this upcoming day, but I should have time to get at least part of the way through it. Seems I'm really stuck in this day. Guess my only choice is to honor the contract with that Gabby ghost and find out who murdered him. Hold F to fast forward. Okay. Political poster. A poster contrary to the strike. Lobo is against the workers' strike. Vote Lobo Neves. I know who won't vote for you, sir. Can taxi. Today's attraction at the Midnight Club. Sophia's Straw Meet and Greet at 19 hours. Looks like the club hasn't opened yet. Can't go any further that way. Upbeat Mister. Hello, Upbeat Mister. Did you lose something here, boy? No, I was just... Get out of my way then. Don't you know who's talking? Rude. He could try to be a little bit more polite. Ah, welcome to Helena's Cafe, sir. What will you order? How will you pay, sir? We've already been over this. Chocolate eclair. Good morning, esteemed voter. This is the last eclair, and I will have a very special day today, so... Oh, this is the guy on the poster we just saw. So? You can't keep it. Hand it over. Of course, take it. Ah, how kind of you. Surely you must be one of my voters. Tonight I will be at the Midnight Club. Maybe we can have some whiskey together. Ah, without a doubt. The entrance is on you, naturally. Well, I am at least gonna pick up some cheesy bread. Here it is. Alright, cheesy bread. That's good, so I can get in the alley with this. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to the officers. Right, so I do need to pick up the unknown key in the alley. Or the key in the handkerchief in the alley, I think. Or actually, what happens if I go all the way this way? I'll do it after I get out of the alley. Need the key. I don't need the bottle. I need the small package. Oh, the match box is considered a clue as well, not an item. So the key is the only real item I need. Alright, and at the end of the street's the church. It seemed moisture ruined this one. What is it the worker cannot? Sometimes it's best not to know. I thought I was exiting. Exit. There we go. Let's go to the church. See what happens. There are more hats and umbrellas in here than actual people. Okay. Hello, you must be Father Cabral. I need to have a word with you. Son, I'm happy to hear you are seeking the guidance of our Lord. That's, not exactly what I came here for. Have you heard of the Midnight Mass? My son, not only did I hear, but I host one myself, here in this church, every month. But I am afraid you are late. This month's Mass happened yesterday. Actually, Father, I want to know about Sabina Cubas. Did she attend this Mass? Miss Cubas was present, yes, praising our Lord with absolute zeal as usual. Why are you interested in her? I am a detective, and I was hired to find out who killed Bros Cubas. You must have heard about the murder, right? Then I'm sure you can scratch her name off your list. She was here. Unlike her brother, the sinner, he hasn't stepped into this church ever since his facial hair started growing. I felt a tone of contempt in your voice, Father. Never. The Lord condemns such negative feelings. But he also condemns foul behavior, and such was the case of the deceased Bros Cubas. May he rest in peace. Is that all? You seem to have more to say about Mr. Cubas, so I'm afraid I need to ask you a few more questions. Oh well, alright. Father Cabral. Alright, so I am actually running real low on time, so I'm not gonna interrogate him quite yet. Here are the donations of the believers. This doesn't concern me at the moment. And then confessional. I can only hear the wind. Lost something inside, son? No, Father, I got lost myself. I'm sorry. Lost yourself. One shall not lie in the house of God, son. The exit is over there. Alright, so note to self, that he did not like that. Alright, so I am actually just about out of time for today. But yeah, this has been a really cool demo. I think I will definitely try and play the full game on stream at some point. Unfortunately, my schedule's gonna be a little unusual for the next little while. I start a new job on Monday. So I'm gonna have to figure out what my stream schedule looks like once I have my work schedule for that. So yeah, I may not be streaming at my regular times quite as often. But hopefully once I've been working for a week or two, I'll be able to figure out a more consistent schedule. But until then, I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.